going on, everyone? This is Orri with the Scarlet Empire, bringing you another Star Citizen video today. Today we're going to be doing a walkthrough and taking a look at the Retaliator, which is the long-range bomber. This thing just looks so sick. It kind of reminds me of like an SR-71 Blackbird, you know, with the black and red and everything like that. But this thing is sleek. It's also gigantic. There are 2 decks on this ship. I'll show you the inside in a little bit. I can go ahead and start out by saying it supports a max crew of 6, which is down. I think it used to support 8, but they changed it to 6. I don't know. In the official brochure now it says 6. Has a pressurized cockpit. It has a power plant of size 6, which, you know, makes sense with all the energy weapons and everything on this ship. It also has a size 3 shield, but it has 6 facings. You know, so front, rear, sides, and I think like top and bottom. Yeah, and it has these they're called like VTOL thrusters. And I believe you land with these, like they'll rotate up and you can kind of land. Let's go ahead and run back here real quick though. The rear just looks wicked. Looks very cool. Those are the 2 TR5 thrusters right there. It also has 2 TR3 retro thrusters, and then the 6 VTOL thrusters that you see, the cylindrical ones. And it has 8 TR2 dorsal and ventral maneuvering thrusters, and 4 TR2 lateral thrusters. So this thing should be pretty maneuverable for being a large ship, which makes sense. I mean, this is meant to take on capital ships. You know, you need to get in quick, launch your payload, and get out of there. You know what I mean? Because if a capital ship gets a lock on you, you know what I mean? It can take out most ships. What makes this ship so important? It has giant torpedo bays. This is the front torpedo bay right here, and this actually it supports 4 large torpedoes or missiles, and then it has a rear bay which supports 2 of the same. And this thing also sports 5 manned turrets. You've got 1 underneath on the front. You've got 1 underneath on the back there, so your underside's pretty much taken care of. You've got 1 on the top of the ship, and then you've got 1 on either side of the wings. So I mean, this is really heavily armed. I'm not sure if there's any like fixed hardpoint mounts yet. For like, you know, fixed weapons or anything that the pilot controls, but as of right now, I mean, 5 turrets on a ship this size. I mean, you have really good coverage. The whole top, the whole bottom. You know, I think you're pretty good. But anyways, the cockpit is just a single seat. But we'll go ahead and take a look on the inside and go on the adventure, because there's quite a lot to the ship on the inside, and the landing gear's really sick with all the different skids they have and everything. And this thing is heavy. Like when it has all the bombs and everything, it supports up to 225,000 kilograms. So each side has a little docking platform that comes down. And it is a pressurized cabin, so it has like its own like atmosphere and cooling and everything in here. We'll go ahead and check out the front bomb bay real quick. And you see they have 2 missiles in here already. Or maybe torpedoes, possibly. I just love, like, they put a lot of detail into it. I mean, even like little warning labels and everything like that. You know, this is opened up. I wonder if you have like jams, someone has to run back and like fix it. Stuff like that. There's going to be like an auto-loading system. There's 2 back there as well. 1 on either side that'll like drop down ready to be fired. And then, you know, you have little controls here and everything. So I imagine, you know, like fire tube 1 or something like that, someone hits a button, or I'm not sure. I don't know if it'll be like pilot controlled or what. These are airlocks, top and bottom, and then you have your other lifts there. I believe, yeah, this leads to the bathroom. You got a nice shower, sink, toilet, first aid, some lockers. This supports a crew of 6, so I mean, you know, it's kind of cool to have all these facilities. Well, it makes sense as well. I mean, your crew's going to be pretty ripe after a while if they don't shower or use the bathroom or anything like that. But anyways, fire, probably like a fire extinguisher there. Kind of cool. You can see the bomb bays through here. Some more screens. As you come in here, you've got the cockpit. I think this, yeah, this goes to the lower turret. Captain's quarters right here, I would imagine, or maybe like a med bay. There's a bed there. Maybe it might be more like a med bay. I know there's like 6 beds upstairs as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the upper deck real quick. So once up here, you've got your top turret. And let's see. Probably storage for weapons. They look like weapon racks. And then here you have like your sleeping quarters. Those might be like the Constellation, where they also function as escape pods and stuff too. But yeah, overall you have, you know, 6 beds here. Kind of cramped quarters, but it's pretty sweet that there's enough beds for the whole crew. Because this is a long-range bomber, probably doing, you know, some long-range missions, of course, obviously. But you know, it's going to be really exciting, I think, having a crew that large in a militarized vehicle. I mean, this is straight up military grade, you know, with your missiles and all your turrets and everything like that. I mean, this thing's meant to do some serious damage. Let's go ahead and hop in the cockpit real quick. It's kind of cool. Got a decent field of view. That kind of blocks off your view a little bit. I imagine you'll have a pretty good radar and you know, targeting system. But let's see. I wanted to make a point about the new character models and how detailed they are. They upgraded like the face and you know, just the amount of detail. I wanted to go into this. I mean, like the fidelity of it. When I zoom in, I mean, you can see like the freckles, the pores. They did a really good job on the new character models. Or the faces for that matter. But I just thought that was pretty amazing, the level of detail they went to. And it makes me wonder, I mean, like with the alien races and everything that they're going to be doing, if it has that level of fidelity, I mean, this game's going to be insanely gorgeous. So here's kind of a view of the cockpit. the ship's so large you can't really like zoom out and take a look at it. So I'll have to go upstairs and give you kind of like a top-down look. But yeah, just to give you an idea, I mean, how small you are in comparison to the overall ship. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the rest of the ship. Go through here, we have more storage lockers. And this looks like it might be like a power room, possibly. Engine room. There's another, your rear bay. Let's see if we can see anything. Controls. Cooling system. This is the cooling system. Let's see. Keep going this way. But yeah, this will be able to store 2 large missiles or torpedoes, where the front bay stores 4. Got more storage, and then this leads to the wing turret, which unfortunately you can't get into these yet, but the bottom turret that you can get into, and then the other wing turret. So overall, I mean, it's really cool how many corridors and like everything looks like. They made it look like it's all scratched up, kind of. Looks pretty sweet. I don't know that you can get into the rear bay. No, I guess you can, but it seems like it'll be mostly be automated as well. But there's a lot of detail. I mean, they have little fans in there, the wiring. Overall, I mean, I'm extremely impressed with this ship so far. I can't believe how gorgeous it is, and like the amount of detail that went into this thing. I'll go ahead and head upstairs so you can kind of get a better look at the ship from the top. But I mean, overall, I just cannot wait to fly this thing. And I mean, when Arena Commander 2.0 comes out, I can't wait to hop in the ship with my buddies flying around, tearing stuff up. You know, it's gonna be so sick. This is probably one of the ships that I'm the most excited about, actually, because, you know, we'll probably play more on like the military side or offensive side going around, you know, or mercenary, I should say. And this seems like the perfect ship. I mean, anything we roll up on. I mean, can you imagine being in, like, say, I don't know, like a Constellation or something, like Constellation Taurus. You're just hauling freight, you know, and then all of a sudden a freaking Retaliator jumps in, you know, into space and freaking just opens up on you. I mean, stuff like that would be crazy. And I'm sure the Taurus captain would be crapping his pants as a huge torpedo's flying at him. But from what I understand, I mean, the torpedoes are supposed to be low velocity. I think you'll definitely, I mean, especially in a more nimble ship, I mean, you'll be able to dodge torpedoes no problem. But, you know, the larger, slower ships are going to have a hard time. And, yeah, that thing just, it looks gorgeous. I love the shape, the wings, everything about it. It's just a pretty awesome ship. And that looks like a top airlock right there. But yeah, you can see the 2 turrets on the top near the wings, and then the front one. And then, of course, you've got the one in the rear, the one in the front. So this thing's going to be really well armed, and yeah, I can't wait to fly this thing. Anyways, thanks for watching, and look for more videos in the future.